the book, yeah, it's called Altered Book because I did alter the book that was gifted to me. So first I sent it to the workshop for that the library actually uses to renovate, to restore the book. And so it was really nicely restored. And then, as you can see, I started to get out the representation of people in the book because I said I didn't, you know, was interested in the nature rather than the people. It's because I just wanted them to escape. I wanted them to not, you know, they are talked about, and it's, I mean, in 2021 it's just very shocking. So I wanted to take people out of the book. So that's what I did. So we will be showing this book actually, hopefully in the main, the room where the collection is. So that should be really nice. It's quite interesting.
So is this almost a sort of retelling of the story as if the people weren't there?
Yeah, I think for me that's a really, you know, we talk about de-colonisation. We talk about, you know, it's been talked about, you know, looking at, you know, looking at the collection of books. I mean, for, you know, looking at the collections of books and looking at the authors and like the reading list for universities and what is studied and how it is studied. We talk about institutionalized racism and all those things. And so for me, that means it should have been happening. It's you know, it's being discussed that there's a need of reconstructing, so looking back and deconstructing and reconstructing at, you know, all levels and in very many different aspects of society, and especially education. Things need to be said, things need to be looked at. It doesn't mean that everything needs to be destructed. It's not about destructing, or it's about, we need to ask some questions. We need to look at things in the face. We need to look at, you know, things and see what can be done, how this is, you know, how this is understood. And this is all, I think this piece is all part of this conversation. What do we do? How you know, people will be shocked to see the titles of the collection. So what we do, some paintings may be shocking, even just the fact, you know, if you are someone of a descendant of the consequences of the slave trade and you enter the Bromley House library, you are straight away, suddenly you're projected back into time. How do you feel? How do you feel with that? Where do you place yourself? These are real things. These are real things that people do experience, and so these are questions we need to look into those questions. So I see this piece as something like that, asking those questions. What do we do? What do we do with the representations? What do we do with the words? All of that in 2021.